Hello, I am in Santa Fe, New Mexico, just off of a visit in the area of the Bay of San Francisco. I suppose it's a time for my annual circuit of the country. I'm now visiting my grandfather, Tim, for his birthday, and was just with my sister for her birthday, and shortly afterwards I'm going to be up in Colorado for a while. I'm reeling to think. I don't think it's anyone's birthday. There's probably someone. I want to take some time for this video because I feel that I've been a bad friend to all of the people whom I haven't made much time for, but keep checking in on me. In the past month-ish, I've heard from Ryan, Theoni, Alkis, Nick, Cheryl, Dan, Danny, Carmen, Andre, Mushu, Val, Dennis, Kate, Kat, Paul, Akshat, Carter, Tanvi, Naman, Ella, Kristen, other Tanvi, not to mention my family. Thank you all. I used to be good at both keeping in touch with and visiting all of you. I did it very well. In a sense, it was my career. I loved it. Now, I'm not good at it. Being sociable across the wire and or working in trips feels much harder. So, I'm going to try out the idea of regular mass update and this goofy lapel mic to try to fill that Jon-sized hole in your couch. Okay, so what's been going on? I'm a little stressed ball. I'm burnt out. I'm anxious about bullshit out of my control, and some things have been kicking my ass. I feel unconfident and wrong. Conversely, in the last 2 years, I feel that I've gotten away with a lot of shit without doing any planning, and walked away with really very few bad experiences. In adulthood, I haven't had a past opportunity to look for tools to deal with what I'm feeling right now, and it's showing. Specifically, the visa process for Spain has been pretty cleanly the worst experience of my life. After months of research and paying fees and nonsense, every step has still taken so much grinding, much muscle, and I still have pretty low confidence that it's gonna work. I feel angry, powerless, such a lack of empathy from the powers that be, and I'm kind of losing faith that it's ever gonna end. I'm also, of course, closing in on a year of a difficult relationship, which I found out I was wholly unequipped to manage healthfully. Sorry, by the way, this trail is getting increasingly precarious. I'm doing my best. Anyway, yeah, this relationship has been the grand project of my year, and high-profile goals of mine have been pushed back to support it. We tried long distance, that was hard. Then we finally were together, and that was hard. And now for a while, we're an ocean apart again, which occasionally feels just as hard. We're both learning a lot, often too much, and there's much more learning and application to be done. I've spent a year realizing that so many of these hard parts have been on me, and I now have accounts from professionals who I've paid suggesting that much of what felt core to my identity not long ago now is incompatible with a fulfilling relationship that I want. And so amidst that, as it seems my chapter of gallivanting is winding down, it's time to reinvent myself. Get back to taking life a teeny bit seriously. Get back to stability and learning. And that's been uncomfortable. I started working as a developer again on the types of projects I once swore I'd never touch because they don't wholly fulfill me and stress me out. Now, I feel slightly unfulfilled and stressed. I'd forgotten how to manage that stress and protect myself. As a result, I have not been taking care of myself this summer. The lifestyle I value, whilst being marginally more settled, is a lot more rigid. I want to hit the books, move into a career in health science, unlikely to make me a comfortable wage for years. I'm experimenting with how to travel in a way that works for me now, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I really, really, as some of you know, want to be a health Nazi, and I'm in an early stage of practicing how to manage that alongside the preferences of loved ones who are more chill and the more flexible identity that I feel I've cultivated. And so sometimes even just being with friends who I adore puckers me out. Some of you have been here with me this year to bear witness to the struggles from some of this. I've ignored the advice of loved ones who I deem very wise and compassionate, then happily taken their shoulder to cry on, to bitch on. I've declared apocalyptic news via WhatsApp several times, and then called take-backsies very fast. I've been spacey, forgetful, felt lazy, inconsistent, sometimes humorless, felt broken, and often burnt out, unmotivated to pursue my passions, including sometimes maintaining relationships with all of you. It is very cool in another sense that I now feel so much more sympathetic towards my friends who have been feeling rough in the past years. I feel how responding to my message asking if you're free next week can feel like too much activity for one day. I see why sometimes the only achievable action sequence for now is locating couch and proceeding to potato. I feel you now, and I'm sorry I didn't always get it. Hell, this visa shit that I bitch about being the worst experience of my life is simply the experience of some of my friends' lives. There's like those who have been trying to live in the States since college and are still no closer to real security or residency. And trading war stories this summer with the Indians of San Francisco has brought me so much joy and community. Well, my almost year-long dalliance in Spain was bookended by visits to the Bay Area. I left from my sister's house in San Jose and came straight across the ocean back. The first time, a year ago, I told my buddy Carter, the king of long walks and deep talks, that within that moment and in that month was the happiest point of my life, which had nothing to do at all with the chocolate bar we bought in a back room. It is genuinely, it's the happiest moment of my life. This month, and I still have a lot of incredible experiences and people on the books, but on our long jaunt this time, Carter and I, through the park in the Presidio, in that moment, I couldn't tell him that again. I'm not as happy. I'm working on it. So, that was all depressing. What non-melodramatic crap can we scrounge up to talk about? I had a really kick-ass visit in San Francisco. Emily and I ran her birthday miles in a truly incredible set of local parks. We did a super cool barbecue and cooked some fantastic food, including my specialty keto cake, which I've really honed in. I laced my own Huarache running sandals, which is definitely the most cool idea I've encountered since floating candles. I had some really profound conversations with my buddies up in the city. We checked out Mill Valley, which is the coolest area I've seen in the Bay. And my boy Akshat and I bonded over some super sick melodic house music. So soon, I'm heading to the folks' place in Colorado. And this is the most excited by far I've ever been to go back, and to go back for a while. I'm gonna enjoy the enormous kitchen. The complete lack of anything at all happening in Fort Collins any time of day, bicycling any time that I'm not running, because I might even occasionally enjoy my parents. So I need rest and control, a lot of it. And home is the first prospect I feel like I've had in a while of getting it. Oh, I'll be in the States, mostly around Colorado, right, for at least another month, into like end of September. And then we'll see what the paper gods bring, if I can hopefully head back to Spain. Other news, most excitingly this week, I matriculated to a master's in nutritional science at University College Dublin, which will start in just 3 weeks. I already have suggested summer reading, and it's already time to start winding down this paying job nonsense that's been running amok this summer. The course is part-time, online, and likely to take between 2 and 3 years. Pretty standard. The curriculum is really exactly what I was looking for, and hopefully the pace will encourage me to chill the fuck out just a tid. I was looking hard for a program all these months taught in Spanish, but at the end of the day, that was just so I could feel adventurously badass, as usual. This program in Dublin will have better rigor than any program I applied to in Spain, and generally seems way less sketchy. I think that's the big points for now. I'm thinking of trying to put one of these out every 2 weeks to feed the sunk cost of this microphone. Hopefully, with increased time, we'll have increased whimsical bumfuckery week on week as I start feeling less like a negative Nelly. Stay tuned. Love you all very much. Doodles.